Silence has long been a source of inspiration and contemplation. From the tranquil stillness of a forest at dawn to the hushed whispers of a library, silence can take many forms and evoke a wide range of emotions. It can be a source of peace and solitude, or it can be unsettling and unnerving. These quotes about silence explore the various facets of this enigmatic concept, delving into its depths to uncover its secrets and meanings. Whether you are seeking solace in the quiet or seeking to understand the power of silence, these words of wisdom will offer insight and inspiration. Speech is silver, silence is golden. Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom. The world's continual breathing is what we hear and call silence. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. Silence is a source of great strength. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. When you have nothing to say, say nothing. Silence is of different kinds, and breathes different meanings. Listen to silence. It has so much to say. Silence is not the absence of something but the presence of everything. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. Silence is foolish if we are wise, but wise if we are foolish. A man is known by the silence he keeps. Time and silence are the most luxurious things today. Let silence take you to the core of life. Silence and reserve will give anyone a reputation for wisdom. Now all my teachers are dead except silence. Never be bullied into silence. Hope will never be silent. Silence is the eternal duty of man. Truth is not only violated by falsehood, it may be equally outraged by silence. Work hard in silence, let your success make the noise. Silence is pure and holy. It draws people together because only those who are comfortable with each other can sit without speaking. I, schooled in misery, know many purifying rites, and I know where speech is proper and where silence. We need silence to be able to touch souls. Real action is in silent moments. The things that we understand create silence. The things that we do not create emotion. The things that we understand create silence. The things that we do not create emotion. If you're asked, what is the silence? Respond, it is the first stone of the wisdom's temple. To sin by silence when they should protest makes cowards of men. Your very silence shows you agree. Silence is one of the hardest arguments to refute. A heart worth loving is one you understand, even in silence. It is more noble by silence to avoid an injury than by argument to overcome it. The wisest man is the silent one. Examine his actions. Judge him by them. When words become unclear, I shall focus with photographs. When images become inadequate, I shall be content with silence. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Silence is the wit of fools. As far as I'm concerned, I prefer silent vice to ostentatious virtue. Silence is something more than just a pause. It is that enchanted place where space is cleared and time is stayed and the horizon itself expands. Silence about a thing just magnifies it. Silence is like a river of grace inviting us to leap unafraid into its beckoning depths. It is not easy to keep silent when silence is a lie. The truth is silent. The truth doesn't come with words. It's something that I just know. It's something that I can feel without words, and it's called silent knowledge. Silence is the virtue of fools. Though silence is not necessarily an admission, it is not a denial, either. A fair request should be followed by the deed in silence. I've begun to realize that you can listen to silence and learn from it. It has a quality and a dimension all its own. I have only one confidant, and that is the silence of night. Space and silence are two aspects of the same thing, the same nothing. They are externalization of inner space and inner silence, which is stillness, the infinitely creative womb of all existence. External silence can be the doorway to inner silence. Silence is an empty space. Space is the home of the awakened mind. The closer you are to the truth, the more silent you become inside. Within us is the soul of the whole, the wise silence, the universal beauty, the eternal one. Meditation is silence, energizing and fulfilling. Silent is the eloquent expression of the inexpressible. The moment you become aware of the silence, you also have become silent. Withdraw into yourself. Perceive there a silence as old as being, even older. The eternal silence of these infinite spaces frightens me. We need silence to be able to reach ourself. Both internal and external silence is very important to feel the presence of that supreme love. Choose silence of all virtues, for by it you hear other men's imperfections, and conceal your own. Within each of us, there is silence, a silence as vast as the universe. And when we experience that silence, we remember who we are. Silence fertilizes the deep place where personality grows. A life with a peaceful center can weather all storms. Sound is our mind, silence is our being. Silence is a profound melody, for those who can hear it above all the noise. Silence was not the absence of sound, but was itself a sound that could be loud or soft, soothing or disturbing, complex or simple. The music is not in the notes, but in the silence between. Silence is exhilarating at first, dash as noise is dash. But there is a sweetness to silence outlasting exhilaration, akin to the sweetness of listening and the velvet of sleep. Silence is more musical than any song. We hope for your support in the form of likes and comments. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.